goat has higher wisdom than I do.
Gather round and listen to a tale of brave souls, big and small, where they go on adventures, where they may trip but never fall. Trials, triumphs, and doing their best. Join us, friends, on a stumble quest. Last time on Stumble Quest.
Britt is gonna walk over, hand the man some rations, and say, "We will get you to Mondon City as quick as
We will get
are
all
able."
42 of your goats there.
Thank you.
All
Knack is-
45.
So, you guys are wandering through the desert throughout the night.
As the sun comes up, it's kind of like okay, that's our cue to find a good place to camp.
As the horizon is starting to change into a sort of like pinkish purpley color, off a ways in the distance, past all the dunes and things that you guys have grown very used to by this point, is a small little outcropping of rock, which would probably make decent enough cover. You're all snuggled up, as cooled down as you possibly can be in your tents. You're starting to drift off to sleep, and you start to hear a weird humming sound. Art and Oswalt, you actually have heard this sound before when you were waking up in your rooms at the inn back in Dockerai.
Oswalt, once he realizes where the sound is coming from in his tent, he starts looking through his tent, I assume his belongings, and he's probably looking specifically for the glowing orb that he's been carrying with him, but is because he assumes.
You absolutely nailed it. You dig through your bag and find the orb, and as soon as you have the orb in your hand, the humming sound is very, very clear, and it's very obvious that it's some sort of hum of latent magic. Yeah.
Cool.
You're not exactly sure what that means.
Let's go.
We tie up Honey and the elephant to the cart, and we make our way to the city.
After a surprisingly quick journey, Art has successfully led you to the gates of Mondon City. The skyline of the city is coming into view just as the sun is starting to come up. Before you is an awe-inspiring, sprawling metropolis framed by imposing stone pillars. Mondon City is shaped sort of like a spider web, and the further towards the center you go, the more impressively ornate the buildings become. Bright, intricate patterns of colored tiles, grand archways, and decorative awnings fill your vision in every direction as you enter the walls of the city. As well, the closer to the center you get, you will find more and more vegetation, as well as more ostentatious use of water as decoration, like fountains and such. So kind of like Las Vegas. When being here, one would nearly forget that they were in the middle of the desert, because of all the greenery and water and whatnot. Poking up above the other buildings are gleaming spires indicating the locations of various temples. Most of these are dedicated to a single god, Havaste, while a few others are more generally purposed, functioning as a sort of public school and all-purpose place of worship. There are walkways with gorgeous patios, bustling shops nearly everywhere, and wide-open plazas where citizens gather for shows and dancing or simply to lounge about in the sun. At the very center of the city, one massive, beautiful garden, hedges, trees, flowers, all meticulously kept and organized, framing a single snow-white building. This building is the primary cathedral of Havaste, a huge, complex cathedral with high walls, towering spires, and the most brilliant array of colors adorning the roof.
I think as he comes back, he wants to be kind of in control of who knows who he is. I think he's expressed, I know I've expressed out of character, I think he's expressed in character that he hasn't been here for 15 years. And I also don't know if he's expressed in character, but I have out of character, that he also hasn't communicated with anyone from here in 15 years. So he doesn't know what's up or like if people think he's dead or what the kind of welcome is. So he's just gonna be like casually draped, obviously not concealing that he's an elf or anything, and he's obviously going to go up to the front door saying like, I'm a citizen here, let us in. But he's just going to try and keep a low profile, as easy as that's going to be with everyone who's here.
Sick.
So I'm going to do a disguise roll, but just kind of on that idea. So he's not like trying to make himself into a different person or anything.
Just trying to make
that's...
himself not immediately recognizable.
Yeah,
kind of
or
thing.
just like not walking around with like his whole face uncovered so that someone doesn't like come up to him on the street or something. It's just like,
bro.
Yeah, just knowing, you know, to be able to be the first person to say like, oh, hey, hello, I'm back in like those scenarios.
Yeah.
So I did roll a 16. So
I'd say that's sufficient for that.
yeah, so he's
It's
in...
not like an intricate disguise, so...
No, and he's wrapped in his little cloths, and it's fairly, like, I would say, like, normal for the area, you know, to be, like, draped in many fabrics. So he's, like, wrapped up in his, like, linens and cloths, and he has kind of a little, like, one around his, like, face and neck as, like, a bit of, like, a chic kind of vibe.
Yeah. Did you guys want to have a talk in character about, plan for Shrunken Lefant?
He's fine.
We should just trust that Scarlet wouldn't intentionally sabotage the group.
If I truly didn't give a shit, I would not have made fake papers for him, okay?
Yes, let's trust that the papers will work. Scarlet.
Okay.
And we're just
Scarlet
gonna walk
knows
in
what
the
they're
front door.
doing.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
90% of any police anywhere are just fucking idiots and beat cops, okay? Like, the chances of you finding someone truly important is pretty small.
Alright, well, okay, let's,
Yeah, let's go with that.
Scarlet
Exactly.
knows what's
Okay.
best.
I do know some things. And if it goes wrong, we kill everybody. We're good at that.
We're not
The
killing
whole town?
everybody. We're not
Okay,
killing
well,
everybody.
We are not that kind of, kind of party.
Alright, well,
No.
plan B. Okay, that's plan B. Let's try
And that's
plan
not-
A where we don't have to kill anybody and we use my perfectly legal papers.
I'd like to put that down to, like, plan X. Like, that's
Okay,
not
well-
plan B, for sure.
Okay. Okay, we'll
That's
see.
not...
How about C?
Can I ask what the definition of everybody in this scenario is?
Anybody
Yeah.
that has seen.
Okay. Because I was going to say, if you meant everybody in the
Witnesses.
whole city,
Nah.
that is quite a lot
no,
of people.
No, witnesses.
No, that's plan Y. Comes after plan
To just nuke the whole city.
Yes.
We're not... Can we not nuke the largest city on my home continent? Can we
I
just
would
not
love
do
to
that?
not. Hopefully you won't come to that. So let's
Great,
go. Everybody
cool.
look normal. Like, with all of y'all sweating like this, they're gonna stop us for sure. You've never been to customs? Come on.
It is pretty brutally hot right now. And you guys just traveled all night, so you're probably really tired.
Yeah.
It's like, it's about time for bed for you, silly billies.
And we could
I'd
actually
say.
stay in an inn. That'll be nice, right?
Yes.
We can go to an inn. It'll probably be expensive, but
Yes.
it'll be nice.
Why don't we just stay at your place?
I don't...
Have a house.
I think I'd rather stay at the inn and feel things out. It's been... I haven't talked to my family for 15 years. I don't really want to rush in and say, hey, can you put me and all my friends up? That's not
Are you
really...
sure you lived here?
Yes, I'm very sure.
I feel like you never lived anywhere.
It's pretty
We're-
rude.
So weird. You have a family here, but you don't want to. Are you embarrassed to you know, introduce us to your parents?
Not
You can
quite.
say yes.
No, you can't.
It's an honest question. It's not.
I mean, you all know how generally accepting I was of each and every one of you when we met, and I don't think my parents would really even give us that much. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd
Yes.
rather, I think, we can definitely spend the first night at the inn. I think will be the best idea.
We gotta
Alright.
we gotta cross this.
Hey, I guess we
big
gotta
old
go
gate.
in the city sooner or later, so...
Okay, so
Wait, are
Let's
we
go.
returning
As you
the
guys-
goat to, or the goats to where they
Yeah, let's get
need to go? Like the
Yeah.
this
goat
guy
farm?
out of here. Yeah.
Well, is he
Yeah,
inside
yeah.
the city or outside the city?
there's like a perimeter, like a set of walls that are around the city. He is within the walls.
Okay.
There's
Yeah.
like
So we all still
large
have to go
stretches
in.
of land with
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get
So-
him to show us the way.
Okay, so
Drop this.
as you
fella
guys
off
are
first.
passing through a pair of those walls that I just mentioned, you are stopped by a couple of guards.
Mhm.
Same kind of uniform as the guards that you encountered as you were entering the dock or the harbor
Mhm.
at Emperor's Cradle, and they're like, "Hey, whoa, hold on there!" Like clearly seeing that there's
Yeah.
a fuckload of animals and clearly people who are not residents.
Yes.
You're just like, what exactly is all this? What's going on around here?
Hello, sirs. Gods be with you.
Godspeed with you.
Well, really, I was just hoping to bring my friends here and show them our beautiful city.
And the goats are.
Oh, the goats are, gesture to the old man.
Is he still hanging out in the fruit pile?
He's got like the little stretcher on the side
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, as Art gestures over to the old man, the guards kind of have this very familiar look. They're like, "Oh, all right, okay, yeah, that checks out."
This has totally happened before.
Yeah, a couple of days ago, he kind of wanted. Although I was expecting him to come back with fewer goats.
Yeah, he missed the sale date. We managed to find him before he perished at the bottom of a well. So
He almost didn't come back at all.
yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
The guards kind of eye you guys up and down a little bit. Not so much Art or the old man, but everybody else. And kind of step back, and they're like, "Well, welcome to the city. And allow you
Thank
guys
you.
to enter. Hooray!"
Yay!
Totally saved this
Hooray!
dude's life.
Oh.
Man, they're not even gonna ask about the elephant's papers.
Well, we saved a dude. Why would they? Look
Yeah.
at people. And he's a good elephant. He has allergies.
He's kind of lost among a fucking sea of goats right
That
now,
too.
too.
He's not
That's
that
fair.
big anymore.
Like, he's like,
Probably a tent that has become oversized for him too. That's right on
"Oh,
top
right,
of him.
you're
just
yeah."
draped over him.
So among a like sea of goats,
Hmm.
there's a single disenchanter,
Mhm.
a badger, and what looks like just a moving pile of fabric.
Yeah, like isn't the crazy badger and the disenchanter also illegal? Are they not endemic?
The disenchanters actually are endemic.
Oh yeah, they live here.
Yeah, disenchanters
sick.
kind of live everywhere.
Ah,
They're like
cute.
raccoons.
How about the crazy monstrous badger?
The dire badger?
Mm.
The dire
that's-
badger, I mean,
That's a familiar, though. People are allowed to travel with familiars.
mhm.
They have to.
Dire badger. I know. I just love how a tiny little shriveled, disgusting, clearly runty elephant is a problem, but the monstrous dire badger is fine.
Well, here's the thing, right? See, if he was still a regular badger,
Mm.
there might be a problem. But dire badgers are kind of like a weird gray area
That's not true.
because they're
You're
like a
making that up.
strange, like
I
mutated
mean, it's true
creature.
now.
There's no,
If the
there's
DM says it's
technically
true.
no laws against it.
Well, there we go. That's all we have to do. We have to mutate this elephant.
Turn him into a dire
Wait,
elephant?
what?
That's
Right.
How do they feel about the cat
Well-
with the knife?
Exactly. The cat with the knife is
It's my pet cat.
a little bit
What
more,
are you
more
doing?
dangerous.
I mean,
It's dangerous out there. Of course she has a knife.
they currently don't even think that Brix is different from a regular cat, and cats aren't a problem.
Yeah, that's
No.
true.
Yes.
Well,
So-
that's fine, seeing as they didn't ask about the elephant after all, you see?
You're still gonna have to find a stable.
Yeah.
Well, I will.
Okay. Well,
I'm gonna
just
pay
saying.
people, okay? Money works that way.
But we're also gonna have to make sure that the spell doesn't like lapse, and then all of a sudden the elephant get big again
And explode
Get
through a
big.
room or something.
in the stable, yeah, and just explode it.
So as you guys are like, you're well within the walls of the city. There's still like a little bit of distance between the city walls and the actual city proper, and he gets your attention, kind of like waves his hand in the air from his little gurney thing. He's like, that way, and he like points off to your left, your collective left.
Okay. Well, we'll
To,
follow
like,
his
go and
directions
wander
until
that
he's
way.
Yeah.
home.
Yeah.
We don't want to walk around
Totally.
the city with fucking 45 goats. Goat weed.
Yeah.
That's pretty fair. So, after a brief little walk in the increasing heat, rapidly increasing heat, you find yourselves at this very quaint little home with like a large enclosure behind it for all the goats. And yeah, so he's like, "Oh yes, home sweet home. Thank you very much, my friends." And he tries to like wiggle his way off of the stretcher.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. Should anybody grab this man?
Yeah, I'll Art will help him up and steady him. Is he able to walk a little, or do I need to just carry him?
Well, his leg is broken.
Well, yeah, but if it's like one leg hop kind of thing.
I mean,
Are there any
old, no?
crutches
Yeah.
within reach we can just give him?
I don't think so. Art will just pick him up. He'll
okay, cool.
fucking pick him up and bring him inside.
Like bridal style?
Bridal style, yeah.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much, young man.
No problem, sir. And I'll grab the let me have the goat grass, and I'll get the guys into the enclosure.
He reaches into his jacket pocket and hands you the bundle of goat weed.
Cool.
God damn it.
And I will lure the goats into the enclosure and lock the gate behind them. Except for Brix Jr. Brix Jr. stays out.
Good. I mean, Brix Jr. does want the goat weed. So,
The goat weed.
Yeah.
Brix,
Brix is gonna
can I
have
get
to.
you to roll a handle animal to try and get this goat under control?
Alright, well this
Your
is gonna
legally
be
obtained
interesting.
goat.
That's a 12 total.
You're able to get him to stop trying to forcibly enter the enclosure, but he's still like looking over you, like he wants the goat weed real bad.
Okay, I want to
But
swipe some of the
he's-
goat weed from Art so I can give it to Brix Jr.
Okay, first of all, I'm in the enclosure.
Yeah.
What?
I'm
Okay.
How
gonna
are you
use
taking
my
it?
sneaky cape. I'm gonna just blend in with the goats, and then I'm gonna snitch some of that goat weed.
Yeah, but then you have
Nice.
to leave your goat.
He'll be fine. I will remember which one is Brix Jr. He's my beloved son, and I love him.
He's got the crooked horn.
Yeah.
Okay. So roll a sleight of hand.
Excellent. That's what I'm good at.
And Art has to roll a spot.
I got a
Yeah,
22.
Yeah, and my spot's
mean-
not going to be even close to that. It's an 11.
Yeah, okay. Literally twice.
Yeah.
Wow.
You would have
I
had
mean-
to roll pretty bad, and I would have had to roll pretty good for me to actually
How much
catch
of the
you.
goat weed did you steal?
I don't know. How much goat weed did I steal?
I mean, with that, you could have stolen all of it.
I'll leave enough in Art's hands
we-
that the majority of the goats will stay with him. But I'm just gonna
Okay.
yoink a little something
Should
from
maybe
a
ask
boy.
where he gets it.
All right. That works. That's fair.
Yeah. and
Should
then
we
I-
ask where he gets the weed?
He grows a little bit of it on the on the other side of his house, on the opposite side of his house
From
from
the
the
city, so
enclosure,
that if somebody-
there's like a little garden of goatweed.
You
Oh,
should
okay.
take some.
All right, so Brix
Cool.
Jr. is now very much paying attention to Brix
Hell yeah.
with the handful of goatweed.
The shit trips me out because horny goatweed is a real thing.
It is.
Horny goatweed?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like a
Wow.
weed-ass weed, not like the fun kind of weed.
Fuck! Why is it called horny goatweed?
I don't know.
I don't like that.
Horny goat.
Apparently, it helps with erectile dysfunction.
Ah!
That might be why.
I put the goats away. I will lock the gate, and I will give the old man what I think is all of his goat weed back.
All right. He's kind of hanging out now inside his house. The door's open. He's sitting at a little wooden chair,
Yeah.
And he's like, where is the kindly young well monster that helped me? I want to give him his reward.
Knack,
Yes, Knack,
Next.
come in here.
Knack
Please.
perks up a little bit, and he reaches into his or wait, does he have the necklace, or the guy has it? It's his family's thing, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he wanted to give it to you when he got home.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Mhm,
Knack steps up. I forgot. Sorry. Knack steps up timidly.
I also never said it was a necklace.
Right. You didn't
that's
say what it
fine.
was.
You said a totem.
Yeah,
It was-
just a
yeah.
little trinket.
Something.
He steps up timidly.
Young ant man, you have a pure and kind heart, my friend. I owe my life to you, and so I give to you my family's heirloom.
And he goes to stand up to go to the mantle to like grab a little box, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Ah!"
Yeah, don't do that. No. Sit back down.
I can fetch it for you. It's yes, thank you. Thank
Knack
you.
steps over to the mantle and is like, are there things on the mantle? Is the mantle
I mean, there's a
comically
couple
covered
odds
in
and ends.
things?
There's like a couple little potted plants.
It'd be funny if it
there's-
was just comically covered in like antiques. It's just like, this. No.
No, the other thing
No,
next to it.
next to it. Yeah, no, anyway.
It's the box. It's the only box.
Knack takes the box very gently.
Okay, it's a clearly very, very, very old wooden box.
Open it up, my friend.
Is it like one of those Japanese
Knack,
puzzle boxes where you've got to move like 17 things to like actually get it open, or?
Yeah.
Oh no, no.
Knack just like
You have to
snaps
twist
in
it.
half because he's just like
Yeah, he has to twist it.
No.
Like, yeah, unlock. Knack runs his finger across, like his fingers across the top of the box, just admiring the fact that it is such an old, ancient, like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very valuable. And then he opens it.
Mm-hmm. It's made out of 4 different kinds of wood. It's just this little. It fits in the palm of your hand very comfortably. It's just a little trinket, like a little totem, with a carving on the center of it that resembles the symbol of the life god, but it looks like a much older incarnation of that symbol. Like very, very old. Holding it in your hand, Knack,
Yeah.
it feels like a magical presence from it of some kind.
Ooh.
It seems kind of inactive at the moment, but
There's some
there's
magic
something
here.
something about it. I have yet to add the description on the journal thing itself, so you only have the fucking image. But yeah,
Knack looks at it and admires it and looks at the man and says, "Are you sure?"
Of course, my son. I would not be here if not for you.
Then, can you tell me a little more about it?
It was passed down in my family from my father and his father before him. I was told that it had some
untold potential, but that I was never to show it to anyone. But for you, my friend, I think you deserve it.
Knack can't help but feel sad that it's such a special thing, but at the same time, the fact that he was instructed not to tell anyone about it, and then he somehow got a feeling about a well monster that maybe the well monster should have it. Knack almost feels like it was meant. This was meant to be, and he holds it, and he clasps both of his hands around it and says,
"Thank you. I'm honored."
And he bows a little bit.
No, thank you. I wish you all the best in your travels, my friend.
Knack pauses for a moment and then says, Knack wants to give him a little bit of advice, just to be like, you were pretty open about this life god stuff. Like, maybe don't do that. Maybe just keep it down on the DL a little bit so you don't get
Please do not be speaking about this.
Do you want to say that in character? or
kind of. Knack says, because he doesn't really know what it is, right? Like, he doesn't really, like, does he know that it's a life god totem?
Who, Knack?
No, the guy.
I mean, he hasn't really given any indication one way or the other.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's best that I do take it then and just leave it at that.
Yeah,
just so
and
that,
just
like,
not tell him the implications.
Yeah, because if it's gone, then, there's no harm.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
No harm, no foul.
All right, well, I think that's a good
wait,
idea.
before you leave, can you give me just a small drink of water?
Art will grab him water. And also, I did want to ask him, of course, and sir, is there anyone nearby, a neighbor or something that we could let know to come check up on you? I know you can't exactly walk around. A local healer?
I've got a nephew that comes around every so often. I should be okay.
But do you want me to go tell him to come by today? Maybe.
Yes.
Okay, that's probably...
Yeah, we should probably tell your family that you're all right.
Yeah.
Great.
Just let me know where to find him. I should be able to find my way around the city.
He kind of gestures over to like a little writing desk he's got.
He's like, "There's a map of the area over there. I can just kind of draw it."
Perfect. Yeah, I'll bring the map over to him.
Oh, wonderful.
You say waterful?
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
I'm sorry, I'm just very thirsty.
I did give him
yeah.
the water as we were doing this, so.
He lives over here. His name is Talus. He has bright red hair.
All right, we will find him and let him know to come by.
Thank you. You're all so kind. Oh.
We're just doing our best, sir.
You're all so kind.
Dies. No, dies. He doesn't die.
Sir?
He doesn't die.
Bonus.
He's got a broken leg in medieval times, bro. I'm afraid for him.
He's in, like, one of the most magical cities.
Yeah, but does he have, like, money for that shit? Is this like the US? Like, can he afford the magic to heal his disgusting bone infection?
Why are you assuming his bones are infected?
Bone disease.
Because he's an old man.
That's
God
so
only knows
brutal.
what he's done in his lifetime.
I will say, I only know that the healing would be plentiful. I don't even know if Art would know if it costs money.
Yeah, they give you the healing and then they charge you, like in the US. You owe them 500,000 gold.
The only thing Art knows is that he's never had to pay for it.
Yeah, exactly. I've never had to pay for it. I assume it's free.
Oh no.
Paladin privilege.
Fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I guess we'll go find his nephew. His nephew's still in the outskirts of town, so
yeah,
it would make sense to just
on your
walk
way
over there.
On your way in.
And now we have a map of the city. Bonus.
Yay!
Woo!
Okay.
Doo-doo-doo.
Okay, so
Yeah.
as you're entering the city proper, now unburdened of the old man and his 44 goats, I mean, you as a group, as you're encountering more and more people, are getting more and more weird looks.
Fucking
Because like
rude.
you're a pretty strange looking group of people,
Yeah,
but not just because of you as people, but because of the entourage of creatures you have.
Yeah,
Mine is the goats now because they're
it's a
gone.
little
Minus the
bit.
goats.
One goat.
It was
One
less
goat.
weird when you had a bunch of goats, actually.
One goat, one disenchanter, one dire badger, a cat that walks,
Yeah.
and an
A
elephant,
weird
and a
frog.
I
tiny
like
elephant, and a weird
The
frog.
cat that walks.
And a weird frog.
We look like a circus.
Yeah, that's what I
you know,
said.
We
Just
do,
say we're a
yeah.
circus.
Actually a
It's
circus
fine.
crowd.
We
Like,
legit do, yeah.
But if
Whoa.
we say we're a circus, then we'll have to perform.
That's not a
can't-
problem. I mean, for me. Y'all have to figure your shit out, though. Get your own acts.
Yeah, you can't do the kitty kitty dance.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're gonna go find what was his name? I already forget. Talus.
Talus, that's right. Yes. So wandering into this small little residential pocket of the city, you realize that while the old man did circle an area on the map, that this little section that he circled is not one building, but a cluster of buildings. A small, tight cluster of buildings.
It's like going into an apartment building and being
Like,
like,
Yeah,
it's here.
kind of. It's like townhouses. It's just like there's one big building with a bajillion doors on it. How are you going to figure this out?
I'll knock on a door.
Okay.
So, like, if someone is living in here, they're gonna know where the fucking red-haired kid lives. Okay.
That's pretty fair, actually.
Like, I'm an elf. I can go up, knock on a door. It's gonna be honestly fairly normal. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
As long as Art is doing the stuff, I think
Yeah.
we're fine.
So you go up to the door, you knock on the door. After about like a minute and a half, an older elven woman cradling a baby
Oh,
answers the door. It's like, "Can I help you?"
so sorry to disturb you. Gods be with you. I am just looking for a young man by the name of Talus. Red hair, should live in this block.
Right, the red-haired kid. Okay, so he's just a few doors down. She like vaguely points. It's like 5 doors down, right there. You can't miss the door. It's got this big nasty notch on it. I don't know what happened. I assume he was drunk and kind of. It's not. Regardless,
Ooh, I like him.
you really can't miss it. Big notch on the door.
Perfect. Thank you
All
so
right.
much. Have a
Oh,
lovely
okay,
night.
Thank you.
Or day. It's day.
It's day. It is
Tired.
day.
It is daytime.
We're
right now.
tired. We're canonically tired. It's fine. Canonically exhausted, actually.
Mhm.
Wandering all night. It is super hot out, and we just
It's
need to
yeah.
get to a fucking
The
inn.
the heat is really starting to bother you guys.
Sucks.
It's getting exhausting to walk.
I like to imagine all of that Nick just said was in character. Like, just canonically tired. Like, I am just really messed up right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just ranting at this
Being
poor
I
lady.
accept it. I accept it.
Okay.
Lady's like, oh.
Okay. She's
Okay.
like really
Oh,
Is it
slowly closing the door. Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go
All right,
now.
all right. On the other to the baby on the other side of the door, she's like, "The fuck is canonically tired?" Yeah.
No crying babies. That sound like socks.
This,
True.
the inside, the door
Whoa.
opens and there's just the sound of like 10 crying babies. Like, Hello.
All right, we'll go to the door with the notch in it.
Okay. Great.
Hup.
So you knock on the door.
Yeah.
You hear a brief moment of like clattering and and like a really muffled like, what the fuck? He opens the door. It is Talus. He's got bright red hair and it's a fucking mess. And as he opens the door, there's the familiar smell of goat weed.
Oh, nasty. That's for goats.
What's up? Hi?
Hi, Talus, I presume?
Yeah?
Who's asking?
Okay. It was his uncle, right? I guess?
Yeah.
He said nephew? Yeah. Your uncle with, the goats. I'm sure you're familiar? He gives him a pointed look.
Yeah?
On his recent trip to Emperor's Cradle, he fell and broke his leg. You should go check up on him today. He sent us to let you know that he's back and that he could use a hand.
Couldn't he use a leg?
Okay.
I mean, like, listen, I know it's just a turn of phrase, but, like, he could use a leg. A leg up,
Yes.
maybe. I don't know. Listen, I'm tired and it's real hot out.
It is. It's very... We've
Junior's
been
being
traveling all
ornery.
night.
Being a
Do you
parent
need
is
me to
hard.
write this down for you?
Yeah, I was
No,
about
I'm
to poke my
good.
head down and be like, this kid's faded. Please somebody write
Whoa,
this down
hold
for
on.
him.
I was supposed to go with him. That was... Oh, shit. Yeah, I got it.
Write it down, you fucking waste of space.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Okay.
He almost died.
Yeah,
No.
he almost died.
He
How
did
could you let him
almost die.
almost
He's
die?
not a very good nephew.
Fuck.
No,
Yeah,
I
he
can
doesn't
tell.
do that again.
Art
Mhm.
will pat him on the shoulder and say, well, Gods be with you. I'll be sure to come check up tomorrow and make sure you've gone. Have a lovely day.
Okay.
That look he's giving you, I would be afraid because that's the look.
I wish the audience could see the face.
Really slowly turns and looks at you, and his eyes are all squinting. He's like, "What?"
Oh God, let's just
Scarlet,
go before
don't
I
muddy
do
the
something
message.
that I'm gonna regret tomorrow morning.
He's not used
Wow.
to seeing other gingers. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was born first, okay, by like a few centuries. So relax,
So whatever.
Talus.
And he also very slowly closes the door.
What the fuck? This.
I feel like he barely absorbed the fact that he
Oh,
would
he's
have
not gonna
died.
Go, you guys. You should have written it down for him. This kid's not gonna go anywhere. This kid's about to go back in there and fall asleep again.
I mean,
Cool.
Art will go check up on him. We don't have a whole ton of a lot to do, so let's go find an
Alright.
inn. We're exhausted.
Okay. But where?
Yeah, fuck it.
But where? What will you do?
I would say Art would probably bring us to a moderately nice part of town. Like a place where you'll
Okay.
find a good inn, but
Ooh,
nothing
moderate.
too close to the cathedral. Like nothing too close to the center of town.
Okay. See, the issue with that, though, as you may have experienced already, is the farther away from the cathedral you get, the seedier the city becomes.
Yeah. So I would say between seedy and moderately well off. You know, we're not going to get stabbed and the beds are going to be pretty all right. But we're not going to sleep like kings.
Okay.
Can
Okay.
we do that?
Yes. So I'd say on the far eastern side of town, where the buildings are still like pretty dense and not the worst, you are able to find a few places here and there. There's a lot of bars, like far more than you might expect. And this is in one of the areas where you're farther away from any of the churches. So there's people who are not as, well kept, shall we say, as the general populace. But before we get into that, may I just say, as you're entering the city proper, like as you're in the actual dense part of the city, there's quite a hustle and bustle about the city.
Yes.
Even now, as the sun is only like barely above the horizon, people are generally very joyous. But alongside that is a sense of hurry, as many people go about arranging decorations of various kinds. Wreaths and ribbons hung up around the city, indicating that some sort of event is occurring.
Oh, Art is gonna like see all this happening along the way and kind of sigh and go, "Oh, right, it's the Harvest Festival, isn't it?"
Mm-hmm.
In kind of a, oh, I lost track of time. Like, of course, we'd show up in the middle of an event.
Knack, does Knack hear that? Because Knack perks up at the thought of a Harvest Festival. He's like, "Oh, Harvest Festival. That sounds right up his alley."
Would Art have said that loud enough to be heard by the group?
I would say we're all traveling fairly close together, I assume, given that like things are probably crowded, hustle and bustle. And so he would have said it like kind of under his breath, but he's not trying to be like secretive about it. He's like, it's just one of those like, oh, right, yeah, no, it's Harvest Festival.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
With about that level of enthusiasm, I would say.
Knack like has the single claw up
little claw.
And just says,
"What is the Harvest Festival?"
The event is the Harvest Festival, and the longer name of that is the Year-End Harvest Festival. It is a thousands-of-year-old tradition. Nowadays, it serves as a week-long party, thanking the gods, primarily Havaste, for the comfort in which the people of Mondon are now able to live. Originally, it was an event in which people of Mondon came together to stockpile all that they could before the onset of the long, dark nights of winter. Not that it gets fucking cold as shit here, but it just, is dark.
Yeah, it's just dark. Things just don't grow as much.
Yeah, okay.
So I will say Art will have recited that for you.
Yeah.
As we're walking.
Knack is excited to see how people celebrate. So he's all perked up and he has his notebook in hand.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
hopefully we'll have some time to enjoy the festivities.
Yeah.
For the time being, the most that Knack is able to, like, really absorb of the tradition is that, pretty much everybody that you see is partaking in some capacity in helping to decorate the city. And like I said before, that's a lot of, like, wreaths and banners and ribbons and things like that, all, like, hanging off, like, the awnings of buildings and things like that. Like, yeah. And as they're doing so, some people are, like, humming songs. Some people are just, like, quietly saying little prayers and things like that. But at the moment, there's no, like, real specifically organized event.
Yeah.
It's mostly just all a lot of prep. People are, like, kind of in a rush to do it, but they're all really stoked about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Some time off. It's a week off. Harvest
Hell
is done.
yeah.
Hell yeah. So we'll keep going to find our not quite seedy, but maybe a little seedy inn.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit seedy. So as you guys are slowly exiting the nice part of town and entering the less nice part of town, not quite the bad part of town, but like on the edge.
Cool. Yeah, we like riding that line.
Yeah.
It's a good line to ride.
Before there was, like, as I said before, there was a lot of really nice, like, patios and plazas and shops, things like that. Lots of people out everywhere. In this neighborhood, there are still people out decorating. There's far fewer. People are all concentrated towards the center of the city. And lining the streets is more and more unmarked doors, I want to say, like places that aren't really decorated or state their purpose very clearly. The only ones that really do are places like bars. And you find far more bars than you do inns, until eventually you come across a decent enough looking one called the Bishop's Rest.
Well, there you go. And
Oh,
I will
boy.
say, as we're walking down these streets, if anyone has like noticed at all, this has definitely been like Art seemed to know where he was going for a while, but as we kind of turned off into this area, it definitely became more of like a wander and a search. Like,
Right.
he's not as familiar with these areas of town at all, whereas when we were in closer to the main plaza with like the festivities and stuff getting set up, he seemed fairly like, oh yeah, like, oh, that's changed, like that kind of thing, like picking out his landmarks and stuff.
Yeah.
But he has friggin' no idea where we are right now, as far as like
Why did we decide to come here?
I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure what the welcome would be like. I just wanted to stay to a place for now where I know I won't be recognized.
To your credit, no one has really called you out. People have definitely recognized the like symbol, the like what the hell is it called? The tabard thing that you still have? It's
So
like
I still
the
have the
remnants
tabard,
of
but
it.
it's like it's the remnants of. And
Yeah.
I will say, like, it's like tied up on the halberd. At some
Yeah.
point, he may actually. I'd say when we sit down for the night, he may actually like remove it or put it somewhere a little bit less conspicuous.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
because people have seen that and registered it, been like, oh, but that's really about it.
Yeah. So people are like, "Are you a cop?" Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
they're like, there's a few possibilities here. Either you're a cop, you killed a cop,
You're a thief.
You're a
or
thief.
something else
Or
that
something
it
else.
seems even shadier.
Yeah.
Or like an
Art's-
ex-cop or off-duty or some shit.
Yeah. So as Art registers that, he's like, probably gonna take that off at some point.
Yeah.
Just not in the middle of the street.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Cool. So we find our, what was it, the Bishop's
Rest.
The Bishop's Rest.
It's a quaint little building. It's not the biggest. It's really closely sandwiched by two other buildings, both of which are the aforementioned unmarked door type of building.
Perfect.
It's got a few stories to it, so presumably it has like a decent number of rooms. So maybe the rooms aren't tiny.
As we got into the less nice areas of the city, excluding arts, cop stuff, do people react to us less, or are people still weirded out by our group the same amount?
People are generally still the same level of weirded out. They're not like disgusted by you or anything, but the fact that you are clearly outsiders is something that people definitely notice.
Yeah, so people kind of have like a, oh fuck tourists kind of vibe.
Sort of like that. I was actually going to compare it more to like, you know, when very orthodox older people see people with like dyed hair or piercings or tattoos.
Yes.
Yeah, and
It's
they're
more like that.
Ah.
It's
Like,
more
what
like
are
a
you doing in my neighborhood?
yeah. They're like, excuse
Yeah.
me, that you can do that? You can be a not God-fearing elf? Yeah, that
Yeah,
kind of attitude is kind of
Mondon
nobody's
doesn't get a
saying
lot of
anything, but they're
visitors.
giving you looks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We send people out. We don't bring people in. We send out missionaries. People don't like come here.
I can't tell if Knack would be used to this or if he would just never be used to it. Like having people
I mean,
look
that's
at
up
him
to
like
you,
that.
bud.
I don't know.
I mean, this type of look that you guys are getting here, Oswalt would have gotten it in his hometown. You got it a little bit in Darkrai from the two dudes that were from his hometown. In like Jansrum and places like that, if people thought you were a little bit weird, it was only for for that first introduction to you. They'd be like, "Oh, okay." Aside from Luther, who had an existential crisis.
Yeah.
From seeing Brix.
I know. I feel like this is the first time you guys are really seeing Oswalt kind of on the defensive with this kind of stuff, because when he joined the guild, he was told that it would be cool because there's other magic users and stuff, so he didn't think the necromancy would be weird then. And then every other time he's had guild shit to kind of basically be like, I'm fine, it's fine, but none of that holds any weight here, so I feel like you're kind of getting a view into him before being comfortable with a lot of the stuff.
You don't have, we're paperwork to back you up or anything.
Yeah,
like
there's no safety
like we
net
kind
here.
of do, but it doesn't hold any weight.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's no safety net. So I am curious, actually, now that you mention it, how Knack would react to this, because I don't know if Thrycreen are. It's not like I assume, unless there's horrible racists, it's just like a bunch of people, right? Whereas the thing that Oswalt practices is actively
looks down on.
I was going to say
actively, like, people are not going to be your fan here.
Quite literally, there's people that have dedicated their lives here to the eradication of what Oswalt does. So
yeah,
technically that's kind of, I mean, not technically, that's kind of what Art was doing in Coombe. Like, that's like, those are his people, you know? So it maybe starts to make a bit more sense why he wouldn't want to be recognized traveling with his party.
Yeah, right. Well, Knack kind of like leans to the party and whispers like,
I'm used to getting looks like this, but this is a bit excessive. Should we be worried?
I don't think there's anything to worry about here.
Yeah, because you fit in.
We can all get some sleep and not be, filthy and sweaty from our travels, and let's see what it's like later.
Knack nods.
I will also say Oswalt, who's largely been like very quiet and kind of actively trying to blend in to wherever he's been, walks up to Knack and goes, in my opinion, just keep it simple. Smiles, nods, politeness, and be sure to spend some money at local shops, and I don't think people will be too weirded out.
Knack nods.
Yeah. They should be expecting a few people from out of town with the festival, hopefully. Maybe once things pick up, we can blend in a bit more.
Knack nods and winks.
Right, nothing conspicuous.
Oh no. Is this the return of inconspicuous Knack? Fuck.
I'll be on my best behavior.
Knack says.
Art doesn't know what's going on, but he doesn't like what you've said. Art
Knack's
doesn't
being
like
honest.
This,
Knack's
up in the
being
corner,
totally honest.
like,
He's going to try his best. He's going to try his best.
Good.
What's wrong with that? Brix can only do his best.
Brix takes that as Knack's down for some shady shit and just like crawls up onto his shoulder and is like, hey, don't forget, we still have our cool ass card game that we could like probably start something up, festivities. People want entertainment, right? I'm just saying. Anyways, and she climbs back down.
Knack scratches his chin a little bit and says,
right, festivities. Yeah.
Oh, God. Anyway, let's go into the inn.
Okay. So
what's it like? How's it hanging?
It's kind of dimly lit. It's not exactly the most bright and welcoming place. I would describe it as kind of like a dive bar in the like tavern area of the inn. And it's pretty well inhabited right now.
Okay.
There's quite a few people hanging out and sharing some drinks. Mostly your average citizens, but there's a few guards, off-duty guards, still in uniform, hanging out, having some drinks, and a couple people in robes that would be familiar to Art.
Cool. Like clerics or some shit?
Like people that are like in training.
Okay.
Like initiates.
Okay, cool. So, not too much to worry about.
Not really. It's no
Cool.
one that would have been in school when Art was in school.
Yeah, exactly. Cool.
But it definitely kind of puts you on edge a little bit just to like walk in and see very familiar robes and
Yeah.
kind of gives you the immediate like reaction.
Yeah. And just knowing, you know, there's not gonna be any place where you can actually like get away from shit. Like even the town guard, he's kind of like, oh yeah, there's probably people that he'd recognize in the town guard, you know, like so he's just trying to again keep a low profile, head up to a room ASAP is the goal.
Yep. Okay. Let me just grab my chart of prices for rooms.
I thought you were gonna be like, let me just grab my chart of dumb names for innkeepers.
Yeah, what's the innkeeper's name?
I don't know. You haven't spoken to him yet.
God damn
We
it.
haven't.
I will say, Oswalt notices Art react to the people in the robes, and kind of looks at Art, and then looks over at the innkeeper, bartender, whatever, and kind of like motions over with his head, as in like you should talk to them instead of me.
So you'll figure out the room situation, and then
they can
split
go
up
do
and
Elephant
figure
Gate
out
part
the
2.
stable situation.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay. Yeah.
That's the other reason we're in the seedy part of town, so y'all can have Elephant Gate over here. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So, behind the bar is who you presume to be the owner. He's a large, grizzled-looking elven man with a scar on his cheek. And he's currently just washing a whiskey glass. He's got a rag. He's just kind of polishing it up. And he's giving you a sideways glance as you enter.
Art will walk up to the bar, doing his best not to look at any of the people that maybe.
Yeah, Oswald's sticking close to Art.
Yeah.
The myriad of people.
Yeah, same. Maybe the human-looking people behind Art. Immediately behind Art.
Okay.
Yeah. And with my passable disguise check, I think we should be okay.
You'll probably be fine.
It'll probably be fine.
Okay, so as you walk up to the counter, he does not really turn to look at you proper. He's still giving you a sideways look. He does not stop polishing the same damn glass.
I see.
And he says, "Can I get you?"
Well, first a few rooms, and then maybe we can talk about some food and drink.
How many you need?
Mental math. 4.
Yeah, hang on. I'll see what's available. Steps into the back, and you can briefly hear some like muffled arguing.
Mm-hmm.
After a minute, he comes back out, puts down his glass, and starts polishing a different one.
Good.
And then a smaller, scraggly-looking elven man steps out and goes upstairs. You wait a minute while the bartender is still giving you a strange sideways look. The scraggly elven man comes back downstairs. He's like, "I only got 3 rooms, man."
That's fine.
That'll work.
We'll make do.
All right. He reaches into his pocket and fiddles around with a couple keys. He takes them off of his key ring, the ones for the appropriate rooms, after he shuffles through them a little bit. Hands them over to you. After he hands you the keys, says, "Yeah, that's 3 gold apiece."
Damn.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
I think I have the money to not cause a scene here. I do. So yeah, I'll just hand over the gold.
I have money too. Do you want
Yeah,
my
so do
money?
I.
Straight up.
I mean, yeah, if people want to pay money, they can pay money.
Yeah, I'll pay
But just
3.
yeah. Cool. So 3 of us will put down 3 gold.
Sweet.
Great. So after this exchange, you pay the scraggly-looking elven man.
Mm-hmm.
Scrag elf.
Straggle.
Kind
That's
of.
his name. Scraggle.
He gives you a look as you hand him the gold, and then starts counting it in his hand.
Mhm.
When he makes sure that it's all there, he then
How
puts
hard
it
is
in
it
his
to count to
pocket
9 for
and
this
goes-
guy? How hard is it
Yeah,
to count to
it's-
9 for this guy?
He's
Very-
just checking.
Very
Like-
slowly counting 9 pieces of gold.
I just want to make sure that you didn't give me 8 and you're trying to play it off all coy.
Love this place. So welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
He puts the 9 coins in his pocket and returns to his place behind the counter, or in the back room rather. Sorry.
I guess nobody is actually going to show us where our rooms are, so we best figure out where the fuck they are.
Yeah, are the keys
what is
labeled or
this?
anything?
The keys are labeled.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We'll go find our rooms.
They're like really hastily like etched into the head of the key, each number.
Did he just do it? Was this ever an inn?
Yeah, this place is divey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the diviest.
Staph infection divey.
Oh god,
Okay.
that's not good.
Not quite that divey.
You know, when you
All
said
the while, mind you, Mr. Bartender Man, Mr. Cheek Scar, still giving you that look while still polishing a glass.
Yeah, welcome.
Oh,
Yeah.
you got that cop stink on you, Art.
I know. Is there a problem?
I'm sure that's what it is.
Are you asking that in character?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there?
I don't think so.
Good.
Okay. I'm
All right.
gonna find this
I
room.
will go to my room. Thank you.
Just kind of nods at you.
Yeah.
Continually polishing his glass.
Wait, so how are we doing these rooms? Also, I'm just here with all my animals. I just keep inching towards, like, with the group. I'm just, like, trying to act completely inconspicuous to see if nobody notices.
I mean, if
Hey,
they'll let
hey,
you bring
whoa,
your animals
whoa.
up.
The huge badger.
What the hell is that? Pointing at
What's-
Honey.
Me?
No, honey.
No, dumbass.
Whoa.
The big spiky thing.
That is my business associate. His name is Honey.
Here
He's
it
a
is.
good friend of mine. He's a dear friend of mine.
Great at math too.
Yeah.
I pat him. I pat him on the back.
He's our accountant.
Oh, I see. I'm sure he is.
That's a joke, dumbass.
Anyway, well, we'll just be on our way to our room. Thank you.
No, you're not. Not with an animal. Those are going to the stable across the way.
Knack has known that this day would come. Somehow he's managed to scathe by at every inn so far and keep his animals. I don't know how, but I didn't think about it much until just now.
I'm sorry. These are not horses. These are my friends. I'm not going to leave them at a stable.
Yeah, well, my whiskey's my friend, but I keep that in a cabinet. Give me one good reason I should let you take that thing upstairs.
Give him an extra gold.
That's a
Maybe
reason.
that's a good reason.
Knack pulls out 3 gold.
Says, how about 3 reasons?
You make a compelling argument, my friend.
Told you that money worked that way. Told you.
You're gonna give me another 3 for the blue thing?
Oh, this is for each of my associates.
And he points to Honey, Froggart, and Socks.
Gotta be honest, I didn't notice the frog.
How could you not?
Yeah, he's
That's
already
what he
bribing you. Don't extort him.
That's his thing. He's very sneaky, you see.
Oh.
That's why we keep him around.
As Art exclaims, or as Brix exclaims, Art, like, kicks her a little, like, shut up.
Listen.
No one can see Brix anyway.
Yeah.
She's basically invisible.
Yeah.
I'll take the deal, but any problems, any at all, and you're out, and I'm keeping your money.
Hey, that's... Wait a minute. I mean...
We won't cause any problems.
There won't be any problems.
I'll make sure of that.
So great when people can get along via the power of money.
Isn't it?
It's a powerful tool.
Oh, shut up. I'm good.
All right, so as we walk up the stairs, we now have to have the conversation of how are the rooms working. I would say obviously Knack is going to get his own room because he has
because he has all the animals.
Well, you guys don't want to share a room with old Honey here?
And he pats Honey on the back.
I think it would just be a little crowded. I'm not expecting a large amount of space.
Yeah, probably only one bed each, too.
Mm-hmm. And there was only one bed.
Oh, yeah. Times 3.
Yeah. Although Art and Scarlet both don't actually sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the absence of a bed isn't, or like only one bed is not super concerning there.
No, only one bed trope, but it does not work in this ship. Dun,
Yep.
dun.
But there was only one bed.
But it didn't matter.
It didn't matter. No
Neither of
one,
them
no one
used
used the one
it.
that was there.
That's fine.
Only one bed, nobody used it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Great. Elephant and goat, still a problem.
yeah, I'll go find a stable in a minute.
Mhm.
Once
What's
we can
wrong with
figure
the
out where
goat?
we're going.
Yeah, what?
Well, I mean, unless you're bribing him more.
What?
Yeah,
How does he not know that it's not part of fucking Knack's menagerie?
Wow.
Knack did
Because he mentioned
finally list his
Fuck! God
menagerie.
damn it, Knack!
Yeah, he specifically listed his menagerie.
And he still hasn't, I don't think, really noticed that Brix is even a thing.
Maybe can you sneak the sheep or the goat by?
Yeah, I want to sneak the goat bar.
How will you do this?
With my super sneak skills.
But I mean, are you putting the like cloak over him,
Put the
or
cloak on the goat.
Yeah.
are you
Play
just
sight.
gonna try and sneak him up the stairs?
I'm gonna crouch.
Freeball
I'm
it.
gonna just like Brix will lay on top of the goat with the cloak like draped over the two of them, and they're just gonna sneak up the stairs.
Can I get you to roll a hide?
We're such a pain in the ass. Like
We are.
I like how you're objectively like a good party. Morally.
a funny
But we're
part.
just
general.
Oh,
a
okay.
huge pain in the ass
Yes.
to
I
deal
got a
with
23.
for anyone.
Okay, hang on 1 second. Just gonna...
Roll noise for the goat.
Roll noise. The lower the better.
30 for noise.
Yeah, Brix has a fistful of the goat weed at like just sort of under his snoot, keep him satiated.
Alright, well... Okay, so... Bartender is looking around as if he hears something, but he does not know where it's coming from. You're successfully hidden and getting by him towards the stairs. He suspects that something is amiss, but he has no proof.
Sick.
I see.
And he has not stopped polishing this glass.
Cleanest glass ever, dude.
That's pretty.
Ever.
That's pretty.
I take pride in my
suspicious.
work.
Good.
Sure.
Okay.
All right.
So who wants to room with me and Brix
Not enough
Jr.?
pride to not take bribes.
Yeah,
but-
somebody's gonna have to be in a fucking room with Brix and a goat, and that is not going to be me. So.
Yeah, I think it would make the most sense if Art and Scarlet shared a room.
You can room with us, Brix, if you want.
I mean, it's not a terrible idea, but will there be enough room?
Let's take
I'm
a
sure
look at a
it'll be
room.
fine.
Yeah.
Let's go look.
Okay. So inside the room is a surprisingly nice quality double bed. A not so surprisingly less good quality writing desk. Each of them has a little window, which really barely has any sort of a view, and there's no natural light really coming in because it is pretty much just looking directly at another building.
Okay.
And that's pretty much about it. There's a little lantern in the corner.
Damn, no wardrobe or nothing.
No, there's a little chest at the head of the bed, or at the foot of the bed, rather,
Okay.
for you to put your things. It's bolted to the floor, by the way.
Yeah, no shit.
Just in case we were gonna
Don't
steal
our
it.
chests.
Yeah. Bring your own lock. There's no
Yeah.
lock on it.
No.
Wouldn't trust
Everything's
it anyway.
everything's bolted to the floor, like the bed and the desk and the chest. Everything is
2 of the rooms are on the 2nd floor. The last room is on the 3rd floor.
okay.
Just so you know.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, all the animals should probably be on the 2nd floor.
Okay.
So is it Oswalt and Brix for this adventure then, or do we think that all the animals will fit in one room?
I think Brix may room up with Oswalt just to keep maybe the menagerie spread out a little bit.
Yeah, I think if there's too many animals in one room, it's gonna become a problem very soon.
Yeah.
Especially when Knack has been like, there'll be no problem, and now suddenly there's a rogue goat that is ornery on purpose.
A goat, an unaccounted for goat.
That you
unaccountable
chose to be the
Fine,
most
fine.
piss asshole goat ever. So like, I don't even know how that's gonna go, you know. Like, but he promised no trouble. So
She did pick the most orneriest goat, so
yeah,
I mean,
you
she
did.
did.
So
Yeah.
He's got a shitty temperament.
I fear that might ruin Knack's plans to not give trouble. Is what I mean.
Nah, it's fine. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine.
This will be fine.
I mean, if it's in your room, so that's probably why it's best if it stays with Brix.
Okay. And Peanuts.
I gotta find him a stable. I was just gonna leave my shit in my room first.
Okay, that's fine. So everybody has a key. I mean, there's only one key per room, so
Okay, yeah.
yeah.
can't kind of have to travel. We gotta have the buddy system going on here.
Body system.
Okay. Buddy system.
Like
Remember to warn them.
if the group
Remember to
splits
warn
up
them.
at all, we have to
Okay.
stay in pairs at least.
Well, looks like you're coming to the stable with me after all.
I could
Well,
just
unless
stay
Art
in the
stays in the room.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
gonna stay here? So, okay,
Yeah.
just sadly sit
Screw
in
you.
your room alone, waiting for me to come back. to
Yeah,
open
no.
the door.
In character, Scarlet's
Just
like,
sitting.
guess you have to come with me after all, and Art's just gonna throw the key and be like, go for it.
I'm staying here,
And, like,
sitting on the bed.
Yep.
In
And he
silence.
just like sits down and starts meditating, and you're like, fuck
In
you.
silence.
Well, I was gonna
Yeah.
say before they go off to do Staple Quest, and Brix is not going. You said
Nope.
Oswalt goes into the room. I'm assuming Brix and the goat are with him.
Yep.
As soon as they get in the room, he closes the door, locks it, closes the window, and then puts the writing desk chair up against the door to make sure that nobody can get in.
All right, well, does Art...
my god.
Is this what you used to do when you were rooming with Art all the time? Because, like, kind of weird.
No, but maybe I should have. I don't know. Listen, I'm feeling a little tense, so I just want to make sure that none of these weirdos can sneak in when I'm sleeping. Because unlike you, I can't just go invisible, and they will kill my ass, Brix. So
Well, that's unfortunate that you feel that way, but you know what? Let Junior's calming presence wash over you, and you'll feel so much better.
And then
Wow.
she pushes the goat towards Oswald. No, not like
To go trips.
she
What?
she nudges him
No,
in
that
that
was him
direction.
just like stammering over to the.
Oswalt
Tripping.
gives the goat some of his rations.
Aw.
Just hand feeds the goat and gives him a pet and goes, I do actually kind of feel better knowing big guy is here. I don't think anybody could necessarily get in without alerting him, and if they alert him, they'll alert
I'll
us.
kill them.
Yeah, wow. All right.
I love him.
You try to break into this room and immediately you're assaulted by a goat that just
And then
headbutts
murdered
you
by
in
a
the
cat.
fucking shins, and then a cat just
Stabs
stabs
you.
you. in the chest.
I'm
Knock knock.
Rosemary.
Room serve.
Yeah.
I'm just picturing the like Brooklyn Nine-Nine, like I just got Junior, but if anything happened to me, happened to him, I would kill everyone in this room.
And then
then
myself,
myself.
yes.
Oh my god.
So
Jesus.
Wow.
he gives the goat a couple of pets, hand feeds him some stuff, and then puts his machete under his pillow, takes his big coat and hat off, and lies down and stares at the ceiling for a little bit.
Brix Jr. happily accepts the rations.
Yeah.
He kind of like half-heartedly headbutts your hand when you try to pet him.
Aww.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
You want me to make some
And he's-
soothing sounds for you to help you get to sleep? Do you want me to sing you the song of my people?
Oswald just sighs
blah.
heavily.
Are you sure? It's very soothing.
I'm sure it is, Brix. No, that wasn't a yes. That wasn't a yes, Brix.
All right.
Everybody's a critic.
Wow.
Wah, wah.
Where's the nearest stable?
All right. So, you recall in that brief exchange that you had with the as of yet unnamed barkeeper, he said stable across the way.
Okay.
Now, across the way in this case refers to a few minute walk down this main dusty desert road to a building just south of you.
So not across the way, more like over there.
Yeah, over there vaguely.
Okay, well I'm gonna grab peanuts and I'm gonna ride him to the stable.
Can you? Well, I guess so, yeah.
Why can't I ride him to?
Well,
He's
because
the
he's
size of a
small.
horse.
He's small.
Yeah, but he's
and
not
stronger
small.
than a horse.
Yeah.
So yes, I ride my peanuts to the stable.
Okay. People who are also going up and down this road,
Yeah.
seeing you on an elephant
Mhm.
and be a very small elephant,
Yeah, he's very small.
are giving you looks of just immense confusion.
Okay. Well, I smile and nod at all of them individually.
They don't know what else to do other than to reciprocate that.
Exactly. So,
So-
gotcha.
Got him.
Okay, well, I'm guessing I don't take long to get there, right?
No, it's not super far away, but it's farther away than you thought.
I don't mean to.
Okay.
So in this,
I don't mean to
little
interrupt.
journey-
Is Damia with us?
No, she stayed with the
Damien
ship,
has been
didn't
with
she?
you guys, yes.
Yeah, where's she sleeping?
Where should she be sleeping?
I mean, I suppose she can technically stay in our room and use the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So many things to keep track of.
Yeah,
many.
so we can do that.
Mhm.
I guess she's sleeping and Art's just sitting in a corner.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you
What is
guys
that image you just...
as soon as you guys had entered the room and there was a whole exchange while you were having the exchange with Scarlet about going out to the stable, Damia kind of just threw her bag off her shoulder and just collapsed down onto the bed. And
Yeah.
it's like dead asleep already.
Cool.
Just
Understandably.
exhausted.
Cool. Well,
Okay, but in this brief little journey that you have to the stable,
yeah.
the horrible dry heat is really getting to you already.
Yeah, this is disgusting. I mean,
It
I really do love the
sucks.
sun, but there's a limit to these things, you guys. I mean,
There's not a whole lot of moisture in the air.
no, it is gross.
Mm-hmm.
Too much of a good thing.
Are we gonna have to like mist you like a
Yep.
like a little plant?
Just
Aw.
sit there while you fritz some water on my face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't forget the pecs.
Hell yeah. Okay,
Um,
so yeah, but you do find the stable without a whole lot of trouble,
Okay.
considering it's a big ass building with a whole bunch of fucking animals
Yeah.
all tied up
Right there.
outside. But there is like an awning for them to be in the shade so they
Mhm.
don't die instantly.
Perfect. I dismount gracefully from my elephant, which is very small,
Mm-hmm.
and I approach whoever is out of the outside, or do I have to go inside?
They are inside, yes.
Okay. Well, I enter the building
Okay.
and I look around. Where the hell is this?
You are
these people?
greeted by a kind of stout-ish
Okay.
elven woman.
Okay.
She says, "Hello, how can I help you?"
Hello, many gods and all that. So I will need
Well,
I will need lodging for my travel companion. I'm
Wait.
guessing this is a stable.
you have come to the right place, yes.
That's wonderful to hear because it was a real doozy getting here. Let me tell you, this sun is truly something.
She is giving you a look, but not a bad look.
So, what's your name, madam?
Fuck, I don't have
I see.
I don't have a name.
My name
Yeah.
is Lizelle.
Lizelle. That sounds gorgeous. So, yeah, I will need a pretty big stable.
Okay, is it like a mountain horse or something?
It's a really small elephant at present, but it will grow.
Hold on.
Huh?
Whoa. An elephant.
Yes, I have.
Now,
his-
I'm sure I don't have to tell you about this.
I have
but,
his permits. Don't you worry.
Okay,
Yes.
great. I'm just gonna have to take a look at those.
Oh, honey, do you think I would have been able to get in here if I didn't? They would not have let me in.
You're right. You're right. But I will
Yes.
have to see the papers.
Yeah, of course. Right here.
Okay, great. She starts flipping through them.
Yeah.
She's
His name is Peanuts, and he's allergic to peanuts, so please nobody feed him peanuts.
that's a good note. She takes out a pen and she just makes a little note on a notepad
Yes.
on the countertop next to the papers that she's flipping through. She's going through his documentation,
Yes.
quote unquote.
Yes. It's really well made. Beautiful penmanship.
Now,
You had a
This is-
decent roll on it, if I recall.
yeah, I got
it was
pretty good-
it was all right.
Not a good one.
No, it was
Fine.
decent. Like what you said was decent enough, except to fool people who are really like,
people who are like
in
actual
charge.
like
Yeah.
government officials.
Yeah.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but as I recall, you put down
Yeah.
Giora's name
Yeah.
on a bunch of shit.
Yeah, totally. For to pay for shit,
For,
not
like,
for his
l-
documentation, but to pay
Okay.
for shit. That was to
Okay.
pay for the cart.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. You put him down
Yes.
as liable for
Yes.
damages and whatnot.
Yeah. He paid for my cart, basically. It was a tax write off, basically.
Yeah,
'Cause I
that's
said that
what. That's how that.
I said that the
goes.
elephant was for an emperor, and that Giora was the person who was paying for this. So there you go.
This is why I don't get involved in Elephant Gate, man.
It's fine because Giora is, rich as fuck, and those people don't even know what they're paying for anymore. This is the government, so.
Okay, so she's looking through the paperwork. She really sees no problem whatsoever with it.
Of
She
course.
looks at it and it looks 100% authentic.
That's wonderful.
She's going through it, just kind of like jotting down notes, but not like she's just jotting down fucking notes about the elephant.
Yeah. Wonderful.
After a bit, she kind of puts all the papers back together, hands them to you, and as she's handing them back, she says, "You said something about the elephant getting bigger?"
Oh, yes. Thank you. I fold the papers carefully and put them inside my shirt, where they seem to magically disappear since my shirt is pretty much just open.
Yup.
Yes, this elephant will suddenly grow in 5-ish hours, so he will need an elephant-size stable.
Okay.
My friend shrunk him as a joke. I told him not to, but he never listens.
You know, I think we've all been there once or twice.
I mean, he's like 3, so you can't really blame him, but, you know.
He's 5.
I'm sorry?
Yeah, to elves, being like, he's like 3. It's like, what?
He's
like 3, yes. He's an ant. So he's only 3.
Okay.
You know the ants with the boats and stuff?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes. Okay, you're okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I believe we'll be able to figure out some accommodations for, she goes through her notes, Peanuts.
Yes.
That's all fine. I will have to charge you a little bit for the extra space.
Yes,
because
of
it's
course.
not a regular stabling situation.
That would make sense.
Okay, great. Well, that's going to be... How long are you going to be staying here? Do you have an
Just a
estimate?
night, I think. Are we leaving next morning? When are we leaving?
Well, you guys still have to discuss a plan, I think.
Right.
Yeah, we have zero plan of attack. We're literally like, we've been walking across the desert for
I
2
guess
days.
so.
We're sleeping.
Yeah.
Well, technically it's the day. Are we gonna wake up at night? Like,
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, I mean,
yeah.
we'll have a siesta
Oh, okay.
and get back to normal, I guess.
Okay. But I don't think we're gonna be leaving until like the next day at least.
Oh, at least one.
Okay,
I
so
would say
I'll just-
1 or 2
okay.
days is like super safe.
Yeah. So at least until tomorrow, but I can come back and
That's totally fine. That works great for me.
Wonderful.
Can I just get your name for the registration form here?
Oh yeah, that will be Scarlet Willow is the full name.
Great. Okay.
Can't believe you gave
That's going to be 1 gold a night.
Oh, that's fine.
Perfect. Great.
I thought I was gonna have
Excellent.
to talk you out of it. Okay, here you go. He just pays her in hand.
Well,
Here.
And I believe that's everything.
Wonderful.
I hope that you have a lovely stay in Mondon City.
Well, you're the nicest person I've seen since I got here. Let me tell you, people have really been giving me some looks.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
I don't know why. I honestly couldn't have made myself much more handsome. But who knows, right?
She kind of is like, I can see that.
Oh. I did. Okay.
Well,
I'll see you tomorrow.
yes,
Okay.
God's light upon you, traveler.
I would honestly give you the address where I'm staying, but I am in that room with like another dude and another lady, so I am so sorry. You're beautiful, but I truly do not have the space. Okay, see you tomorrow.
I would proposition you right now, but I've got roommates, so
Yes. I leave. And
And you
let her
have
put peanuts in his little...
yeah. So as you're leaving,
Yes.
she comes outside and grabs the whatever reins that Peanuts has.
Yes. The reins of peanut.
I'm assuming that he still has his cart and stuff with him.
Yes.
Okay, his
It
cart
folds
full
down.
of fruit.
Oh yeah, the cart. Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
He's just
yeah.
dragging that around. He comes
Yeah,
with
he'll-
food.
he'll need some food.
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean that helps. That means she doesn't have to feed him either.
Yeah.
Or at least dip into their own stock.
Yeah.
Okay. And so as you're leaving, stepping back out into the immediately
Ugh,
extremely
disgusting.
oppressive sunlight,
Yeah.
she comes out and guides Peanuts into his little stabling area.
I'm very happy. I want him to be comfortable. Poor guy is so fucked up with his allergies and stuff.
He's got shitty knees.
Allergies.
I forgot he had
he's
shitty knees.
nearsighted.
Yeah. So, you know.
He's just gonna have a new problem every session.
No. As he just disintegrates eventually. Okay. Okay, well, I go back to the inn.
Okay. Yeah. The walk back is
It
worse.
sucks. Yeah, it is
because
worse.
you're no longer on your elephant,
Ugh,
so you're just exposed to the sunlight,
yeah,
and it blows ass.
it does.
It's drying out your skin like nuts.
Yeah, I hate this. Is there a shower in the inn?
No.
Fuck. I'm gonna need a glass of water, sir.
It's 5 silver.
Are you fucking serious?
Go
Five
ask
silver's
Knack
not
to
bad.
make
We live
you
in
a
the
bunch
desert.
of water.
Oh
Five silver's not bad.
Wait, I have water. Yeah, we did buy a bunch of water. Never mind. I drank some
okay.
water.
Fine. Drink your own damn water. See if I care.
Too tired for that.
Fancy bouge water.
Okay. Time to not sleep, I guess. I got more than enough sun to have energy, so I'm just gonna sit down. I left it glowing like a fucking nuclear reactor. Like,
It's like when you have like
overcharged.
6 cups of coffee and you're
Yeah,
just like,
yeah. When you take C4 before training, your skin gets tingly.
C4?
Yeah, that's what
Like the explosive clay?
Yes.
Yeah, that's an explosive clay.
it's like a pre-workout powder.
Oh.
That's notorious for just being crack, basically.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good.
So there you go.
I was thinking the explosive clay as well. I'm just thinking
Yes.
someone
Yeah,
eating
you're-
fistfuls of this nasty Play-Doh and then working out.
Yeah.
It's the only way I work out. Can't work out without my C4.
Yeah.
Without my C4. Just, she don't have any teeth left. Well,
All right, great.
wonderful.
So you
Success.
guys are-
Great.
Hanging out in your rooms
Yeah.
for a nice little nap in
Yes.
the middle of the day.
Nap.
Snap.
I mean, okay, in hot climates, siesta, totally normal. Totally a thing.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah,
sleep for a bit, middle
You're
of the
right.
day.
Mhm.
Everything shuts down for like a couple hours. So you can only be inside eating anyway.
While you guys are having your nice little nap, near
Don't
the
start
end
fucking
of
with us
said
already.
nap, no.
You're already fucking with us.
It's all good. Brix Jr. bleats very loudly at one point. And you can hear footsteps very quickly coming up the stairs towards your room, Brix.
Oh,
God
no.
damn it. Okay, yeah, I mean, Brix would have been startled out of her sleep. And would Oswalt be awake?
Oswalt might still be asleep because he's used to sleeping in a swamp.
No, that's true.
I'm gonna roll something for it.
Throw the goat out the window, Brix.
I think he's asleep, yeah.
No, just put the cloak on it and put it behind the bed. It'll be fine. Oswalt's still asleep, so you can get up and be like, "What? What are you talking about?"
Oswald's
What's
barricaded
this?"
the door.
Yeah, well, she'll
Yep,
still have to.
that
open
is
it.
true.
Alright. So, the door handle jiggles a little bit. Before you then hear pounding on the door.
Brix is going to give Junior some rations and hold out his goat weed and try and pacify him. And then she's also going to hold on. Let's see what I got in my inventory here. I have
Actually,
a clod
maybe
of
she should
dirt.
wake up Oswald. You
have
said
a
dirt?
what?
Yeah, I have a clod of dirt. I'm gonna whip it at Oswald to wake him up.
Okay.
What?
Well, I don't know, how far away is he?
It's a small
It's not a very
room.
big
Okay,
room.
fine. Then she's gonna pap his face.
Oswald opens his eyes and goes, how can I help you?
By no fault of anyone in this room, there is a dude knocking at the door.
Oh.
Yeah, like that.
Oswald gets out of bed. He's still basically wearing all of his clothes except for the coat and the hat. And moves the chair out of the way.
Brix is going to wrap herself and Junior as much as she can up in the invisibility cloak.
Mm-hmm. And he unlocks the door and opens it up and looking very, visibly groggy, goes, "What do you want?"
I heard some suspicious noises coming from around here. What's going on?
He opens the door and, gestures to the room.
Okay. Well, can I get Brix to roll a hide, please? I don't think it's gonna matter.
I love how there's literally nowhere to hide. Like, if this guy doesn't see anybody,
27.
he has to be like, oh.
It was a what?
27.
Yep. The guy's blind, bitch.
I mean, full disclosure, I rolled a 2, so...
Yeah.
The roll wouldn't have had to be very
this
good
guy entered
anyway.
a room with one bed and a desk and was like, yeah, I guess there's nobody here.
He's looking around, he's like, alright, well... I warned your friend. Any problems? You're out. I'm keeping your money. So...
This fucking...
This
fucking guy.
This is not even Oswald's problem, too. That's not really what he said. He said that to Knack, so we can't really kick
He can make up his own rules. He owns this place.
I can make him fucking goddamn.
Oswalt's just deadpan staring at this guy while he's going on his little speech. And Oswalt pulls a gold coin out of his pocket.
Aww.
And places it in his pocket and just goes, "Do me a favor. Leave me alone."
Alright, fine, for now. But only because you're speaking my language.
We have already bribed this guy more than we have bribed many other people.
Alright, well, with that, he meanders away. Coin in pocket. I was going to say in hand. But...
Yeah. Oswalt closes the door, locks it, and rebarricades it.
When Oswald goes back to lie down, he will find a gold coin on his pillow.
No.
Oh.
He puts it in his pocket, pats the goat.
Oh, we're still cloaked. You can't.
Oh. Oswald turns around and notices the goat and Brix are just gone, shrugs, and lies face down in the bed and goes back to sleep, and pockets the gold, like I said.
I love how Oswald sleeps, like, face down.
Are you sleeping with a blanket or not? I imagine not.
No, and to be honest, he'd be wearing less clothes if he wasn't paranoid.
Oh.
Yeah, fair enough. You guys, for the rest of your nap time, have a wonderfully relaxing night or day.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Great.
It's great after well, I was gonna say long, but after a pretty dang short travel through the desert and a surprisingly eventful first day in the city.
Yeah.
You have a nice rest.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the end of another episode of StumbleQuest. Things are getting tense. The theme is Struttin from Louie Zong, and all other music is provided by Kevin McLeod of Incompetech.com. This is a bi-weekly show, so we'll have a new episode up for you on all of our platforms in 2 weeks. If you want to follow us on Twitter, we are at StumbleQuest. If you want a fun place on the internet to go hang out, may I recommend our Discord. It's full of beautiful people doing beautiful things. The link is in the description. If you want to know more about the show, the people who make it, and the world it takes place in, check out our website at stumblequest.com. And if you check out our website, make sure to click on our link to Level Up Dice. They make really swank dice. You should go take a look. If you like the show, please leave us a review and share us with your friends. It helps a ton. Yeah, we're in it now. We are in Mondon. Kind of one of those places where things feel nice on the top, but bad underneath. I'm sure you're getting those vibes already. Like I said at the beginning of the end slate, we're in it now. Alright, bye-bye.